Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our video of planets through ascendants. And today we're going to be discussing Sun in the 8th house for Sagittarius ascendant people. And what happens when Sun is in the 8th house in the sign of Cancer while it rules the 9th house with the sign of Leo. So this is different from my series of planets through signs and planets through houses, because now we have to combine the two energies together to show you exactly what, the prepared dishes. And as always, if you do not know where your sun is placed, all the other astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link, including the new Nakshatra reading at this link. So, Sun in the 8th house in Cancer for Sagittarius ascendant people. So one thing you have to realize, like a lot of people get scared. Oh my God, my 9th lord is in the 8th house. What's going to happen? Whoa. See, first you have to understand the relationship between the 9th house and the 8th house first. That too depends upon the ascendant. Here, Sun rules the 9th house with the sign of Leo. And 9th house represents what? Teachers, preachers, counselor, advisors, father, pilgrimage, long distance travel, postgrad education, law, represents philosophy, religion. I mean, I can keep going on and on. It represents faraway lands, different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds. Then comes 8th house. 8th house is the house related to life and death scenarios, insurance, inheritance, wills and estates, occult, mysticism, sorcery, hidden knowledge, joint assets, spouse's family, and many, many other things. Kundalini awakening, third eye awakening. So now you're putting the 9th house, the sign of Leo, in the 8th house. Now Leo, besides whatever it represents, it's a very sattvic sign. It has the pure qualities of the fire element. Fire purifies you, right? So Leo represents our children, dynamic self-expression, creative self-expression, politics, counseling, represents even our past life deeds because it's the original 5th house. So simply whatever the 5th house represents originally, that's what Leo is. We're putting that in the 9th house of higher knowledge and wisdom. So now Lord of that is in the 8th house in Cancer. Cancer is a sattvic sign again. So you see the relationship. Sattvic sign, Lord, is in the 8th house in the sattvic sign of Cancer. So naturally we see that relationship is very pure. It's a good relationship. So here, first of all, what you will see is that either you or your father, most definitely at one point, will have a great mystical experience in terms of religion and spiritual knowledge. You will also somehow will go against your religious belief to take on new spiritual beliefs. Like, for example, let's say you are a hardcore Hindu. For you, it's all about the Hinduism, Hindu culture, and this and that. But what happens is suddenly at one point in your life where this Antradasha of Sun comes in, or Mahadasha of Sun comes in, Antardasha of a Charadasha sign comes in, of Leo or Cancer. Suddenly you want to leave the religious practice behind and take on more spiritual practices. So if you were following, let's say, the Hindu calendar and celebrating all the religious activities, suddenly you want to give them all up. You want to simply go towards meditation. Finding your Kundalini awakening, finding that, third eye awakening, sudden interest in astrology, occult mysticism comes in. So now you have a much deeper view of what religion is. Like what's happening? 9th lord is in the 8th house. It becomes 12th from the 9th house. So what this also shows us is that you go to the roots of the religion. What is roots of your religious beliefs? Well, the roots will every time will come down to spiritual beliefs first, to the soul level. That happens. Then 12th house from any house is a negation of that house. Which shows that especially in this particular case, because 9th house represents gurus and father, somehow part of your fortune will come through passing away of the father or guru. And because 12th house naturally represents hospitals, asylums, monasteries, sanctuaries, laboratories. Somehow you are going to either meet your guru in these places, like you can meet a guru in hospital. Somehow, some way, you're in a hospital for some reason, and you're sitting there in a bed, and next to you is some very wise person, young, old, whoever, and you suddenly realize, my God, you should be my guru. You see how the situation comes about. This definitely shows you will attain inheritance through the father. Legacy of the father will come to you. You will be emotionally connected to father's possessions, father's legacy, father's inheritance. Like, let's say your father left a coin collection. You will never sell that connection. Why? Because you're emotionally attached to that. Because sun is in the sign of Cancer, the sattvic sign of emotions and pure emotions. So you will be so dedicated towards your father's possession, you're not going to give them up. You know, I don't care to make money from this. I want it for myself so I can hold on to that memory of my father. And definitely shows you will attain inheritance. You will attain, because father's loss, the 8th house, becomes your inheritance. 8th house is inheritance. So it's going to come to you. Now, obviously, I don't know what planet aspects your 8th house. Which planets the 8th house sun is conjunct. That will take this barometer of good and bad to either bad side or good side. Perhaps you will not attain your father's inheritance. Certain malefics will cause certain problem to come in where the inheritance will go away. Things like that. You'll have a hard time trying to get your spiritual knowledge. Perhaps you leave your religion for a completely wrong philosophy. If that 8th house has other planetary influence. So whenever I say this, you know, it's funny. I always see comments like, oh, I don't have this. This happened to me. Like, you're so quick to type it without even realizing that my entire video, I always say, this is just one position I'm giving you. I'm not sure exactly what your particular planet is. Perhaps Rahu, Ketu have sun in it. They'll have a different experience. Perhaps Mars and Ketu are with your sun. That's a different experience. Perhaps Venus, Mercury are with your sun. That's a different experience. But this just gives you what is it that you will experience. Now, where the barometer is, that's something we'll have to analyze personally with the horoscope. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of 9th Lord in the 8th house for Sagittarius and people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your sun is placed, all the other astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with our class on D24 chart. Bye-bye.